So I am here at the water on a wonderful day that I have been blessed with. Today is November 29th, 2021, and it is 9:33 a.m. So I was, just going about my a normal daily routine this morning, being that it's Monday, dropping off my kids and putting them on the bus and all that good stuff. And this word came to me yesterday. But I said, you know what? I was just so like busy and caught up in my day that I didn't get an opportunity to go live or speak about the word that was placed on my heart yesterday. But I say when I wake up this morning after I get my kids off to school and I get everything situated, I'm going live and I got to put this word out there because he's placed this word on my heart, and I'm just grateful and thankful for the way that he uses me, the way that he speaks through me, and the word that he gives me to speak to his people. So yesterday, I had a number of phone calls come through, and as I mentioned to you guys in previous videos, I'm going to be traveling to Africa very, very soon. But it's a surprise because, like I said, this trip is all about y'all. I'm showing y'all everything about Ghana. So I'm not saying when I'm going, but I'm going very soon. So, and my close friends and my family, they know about this. So I was getting so many phone calls yesterday from my friends and my family, and they was just like, "Oh my gosh, Melody, did you hear about this new COVID variant that's out?" And they bans travel to like 7 African countries, and you better find out. You better find out what's going on because you don't want to waste your money and you don't want to put your hopes and then you can't go. You better, make sure that everything is everything and that you're gonna be okay. And you might go over there, you might get stuck, you might not be able to return back. Right? So I had like so many, and this is like a constant thing all day long. And I had people sending me clips and articles of the breaking news and what had transpired. And I was like, what is this, Father? Like, what is this? So I didn't need to pray because the Father has given me a gift. Like, before he does things in the realm, he always speaks to me. Like, he lets me know what's to come, what's happening, what's going on. He keeps me in tune, of what's happening. So way back when, before COVID even came out, he spoke to me, and he said his exact words to me were, judgment is upon this land. He told me that he was bringing judgment to the land, and he also told me that it was going to be many different viruses and outbreaks that was going to take place. I didn't know in specific what that was going to be, nor did I go around and run around, oh my gosh, let me tell you what the Father told me. I just kind of took that information and kept it, for myself. But I kind of knew that, okay, something's going to happen. I don't know exactly what, because he didn't give me all of the pieces to the puzzle. He just said, listen, this is what it is. And so, lo and behold, a few months later, after he gave me that word, it was COVID. And so, when COVID first hit, I had so many people coming to me and they were so concerned, and, it was something new for them. And so they had a lot of concern, a lot of fear, and was unsure as to what to do and how this thing was going to work out. And I said, listen, I said, if you're standing in his word, you're in prayer, you have faith, and you are trusting that he is the creator of your life, the author of your life. If he's above you, he's the head, and you're following his lead, you have nothing to worry about. You don't have to fear COVID. You don't have to fear the flu. You ain't got to fear nothing, no type of sickness, no nothing. You don't have to fear a thing because he is going before you and he is making your way straight, so you don't got to worry about that. So when they were coming to me and they was all fearful about what was happening with this COVID thing, I said, this isn't going to be the first, and it's not going to be the last. It's going to be many, many, many viruses that's going to transpire after this. And so what are you going to do? You're going to fear every single virus that comes out? Or are you going to get in a place of commune with him and being faithful to his word and being diligent to change, right? Because ultimately that's what he is bringing about. He is coming with this wrath of judgment because people aren't being obedient. We walking around, we doing what we want to do. We lovers of self, money, materialism, partying, whatever is hot, and he wants to bring about change. And hopefully a lot of people will change as a result of what he's doing, but unfortunately a lot of people won't. And so you're going to be subject to his wrath. It is what it is. So, um So he spoke this word to me, and I had many people coming to me and had so much concern about what it is that was happening. And so just recently, with this new strain of COVID, I was like, okay, this ain't nothing. Omicron, okay. Now here go Omicron, okay. We just got over Delta variant. Before that, it was COVID-19. So it's just been like, what he said to me initially is starting to transpire, it's starting to become a reality. And so I said, I'm not gonna be moved. And I was telling everybody that yesterday. I said, I will not be moved. I said, I'm going to Africa. I'm gonna have my happy self right on that plane. And I'm going. There's nothing that's gonna stop me as long as I have breath in my body and as long as he provides a way. I'm going. I'm not gonna allow fear to drive me. I have not this far. COVID has not sat me down. It has not put fear in my heart because why? I trust in him and I know his word is good, right? I know that he's going before me and he's paving the way. So I'm excited for my trip to Africa. I don't know what y'all talk about, or what negative spirits trying to rise up against me because it's like just like last time when I went in October when I went to Africa, so many things was rising up against me, like literally trying to keep me down, and it was just like one thing after another. Like I literally got to the airport, and I'm waiting to board. I'm checking in to board my flight so I could fly from New York because I'm currently in New York. So I was waiting to board my flight so I could fly from New York to. I think I was going to what was Belgium. I was going to Belgium. So I was flying to Belgium. From Belgium, I was taking a flight to Accra, which is the capital of Ghana. So as I'm checking in for my flight to New York, the lady that's checking me in is just like, are you vaccinated? I'm like, no. You can see my paper. It's a negative COVID result. I'm ready to travel. What you talking about? No. So she like, oh, well, I'm just going to let you know that when you get to Belgium that they might not let you in because they only accepting people who are vaccinated, so they might turn you around. When she said that, it was nothing but the force of evil that was trying to the negative, spirits or energy, what have you, that was trying to suppress my trip because it was nothing but that. Leading up until literally I got to the airport, it was just like one thing after another, one challenge, one obstacle after another. And I was like, no, I'm going. This is it. And so I started praying against what she was saying. And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And guess what? I got on that plane. I flew to Belgium. I got off that plane and I went to my connecting flight without harm, without fail, without no issues. Okay. And let me tell you, and I sat there and I waited and I got on my connecting flight. And guess what? The next day I was in a cry. Okay. So that is the power of our Father. Like, you cannot listen to what people saying. You can't get distracted by what the enemy is saying. You can't get distracted by the naysayers. You can't get distracted by the negative voices that's in the background. You have to stay focused on what it is that he's telling you to do because he has the greater plan. And if you get distracted by what people are trying to say to you, you're not going to get very far because you're going to allow their voices to overtake his promises. And you can never do that. Like, you got to know that he has a greater purpose for your life. So as far as this whole COVID thing that's going on and this new strand that's going on, listen, it's gonna keep coming. It's not gonna end. Okay, New York City is gonna be underwater at some point coming soon in the future. All right, and he showed me that it's gonna be a floating city under the water. It's gonna be no more. He's going to destroy it. All right, he showed me so many different things, and some things that he showed me, he doesn't allow me to speak. He'll show you things, and sometimes it's for you to keep to yourself. It's just for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why he shows me things and says shh. Okay, I don't know, but he showed me so many things that is to come. And so, am I fearful about this COVID Omicron? No, I'm not. Okay, it's here, and I'm not saying people haven't passed away from COVID. I'm not saying that it's not real, and I'm not like, that's just not what I'm saying here. But what I'm saying is that I know my faith in him, and I know that he is greater than all of this. I know that when I'm in prayer that he's leading me. I know that if he's saying, Melody, you going to Africa, that I'm going to Africa because he spoke that word. And it's so crazy because after all transpired yesterday, and everyone was calling me and talking about this Omicron and oh my gosh, and what you gonna do and make sure, and they in a panic. I'm just like, just as calm as can be. And then last night I fell asleep and I had a dream that I was packing for Africa. Like I already got my clothes already laid out, set out what I'm gonna wear, what I'm gonna bring, what I'm gonna pack. I just haven't put it in my suitcase yet, so I just have it kind of like sitting in my room. So last night I dreamed that I took those things that was in my room and I put it in my suitcase. So when I woke up this morning, I said, "Okay, Father, I already knew, but that was just confirmation that, daughter, you going. Don't look at what's happening around you. Don't look at the circumstances. Don't look at the finances. Don't look at what the people saying. Don't look at Amari crying. Don't look at none of that, because I have a greater purpose for you. This is my will for your life. This is my purpose for your life. And this is where I'm bringing you. Period." So you ain't got to worry about Amari crying. I know who crying or whoever else crying is going to come out, because he is going to be leading. So I really just wanted to get on live. And I'm going to get on live again in about maybe like probably like 15 minutes, because I have another word that I want to speak, but I didn't want the two words to get confused. Like I wanted it to be clarity in each word. So I really just wanted to make go live and really speak briefly about this whole COVID thing and tell his people not to be moved. Don't be moved, okay? If your job is telling you you got to get this COVID shot or you getting fired, take it to him in prayer. It's not for me to say get it or don't get it, because I don't know what he's doing in your life. But all I know is that I will tell you to stay in prayer about it. Bring to him in prayer, and whatever he tells you to do, do it. If he says, daughter, go get that, son, go get that COVID vaccine, you're going to be fine, do it. If he says, don't do it, you stand firm in what he's telling you to do. And if he says don't get it, then you don't get it. Don't worry about how your job or what they got to say, or you getting terminated, or you getting fired, because guess what? When he closes one door, he going to open another one. That's the way he works. He ain't never going to leave you out in the cold. He gonna provide for you just like he provides for the lilies in the field. They clothed and they beautiful. They out here living in this field, like in all their glory. And so you think that he's not gonna worry about you? He is gonna come see about you. So you just have to stay focused on what it is that he's telling you to do. You have to follow his word. You have to stay true to his will, and everything's gonna be just fine. Don't get moved by this COVID. Don't get moved by what you hear in the news. And you know what? I didn't even know that it was a new strand out, to be honest with you, because I don't even watch the news. At one point, I don't know how it happened, but I had breaking news kept popping up on my screen every 5 minutes. And I was like, and I found myself clicking on it, entertaining. And the thought just came to me like, why are you entertaining this? So I deleted it off my phone. I don't even want no updates, no pop-ups, no nothing. If it's news that's meant to find my ears, then it will. Okay, and that's just that. So when everyone was calling me yesterday with this new variant and how certain African countries was banned, I didn't even know. I was just like, oh, okay, well, let me go and see what's going on in the world, because obviously the Father has me to sleep. He has me asleep. Okay, the jury is out on this one, and it's because he doesn't want me to get caught up in the ways of the world. He doesn't he doesn't want me to get caught up in and what it is that people are saying. I have to stay focused on what it is that he's saying. And that's all I've been doing. I've been in his word. I've been in his, just prayer. And I just been in his face. And I just been, like just surrounding myself with him. Nothing else. I'm not even around people too much these days. Like, it's just all about him. And he really has me in a secret, private, personal, intimate space with him, and I'm loving it. And I will not be moved. Okay, I'm sorry to say that when the time comes for me to get on that plane to Africa, I'm going without fail. It will be no issues, no hindrance. It will be none of that. Okay, and y'all gonna watch this video, and when y'all see me in Africa very soon, y'all gonna be like, okay, sister made it. Sister's on the other side. Yes, I'm going. All right. So I'm not going to be moved. And I'm encouraging y'all today, do not be moved. Please do not get caught up in what people have to say. Don't get caught up in the naysayers. Don't get caught up in their fear. Don't let their fear dictate your actions and your movements. What the Father is telling you to do, you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. As always, I went and got my hot tea this morning. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to sip my hot tea and appreciate this beautiful water. And I'm going to go live probably again, another 15 minutes to get my other word. But until next time, have an amazing, amazing, amazing morning.